like these tan lines. What can we do? Anyway, we'll just, hi, this is me with 5 different shades of black excellence. I sat in the sun too long and well, here we are. But how's everybody doing? How's lockdown going? This is going to be a bit of a chatty video because I've been feeling like it's just given me, this whole situation just given me some time to think about things and figure out, you know, get some perspective on life and where we want to go, what we want out of life. Like everything's at a standstill right now, and I feel like a lot of people feel that way. Everything is just on pause, and sometimes I think it's important to just stop and not let life overwhelm you. The past year for me has felt very, very overwhelming. Like I can even remember from November 2018 until January of 2020, I was feeling like, what the fuck? What the hell, you know? And it was a tough time for me. I went through some horrible moments, and to be honest, I feel like this lockdown has been a relief for me, really. I know that sounds crazy, but it is such a huge weight off my shoulders. There was just too much to think about, and I feel like this has given me a great break. You know, like the past year, I started looking at myself. I started thinking about what I wanted out of life and who I wanted in my life, who I didn't want in my life, like ever. And it's a lot when you start thinking, gosh, I really need to do this and just literally get out of your comfort zone and live life a little bit differently. I think traveling really made me realize how almost okay I was just being that person. You know, my personality really came out with solo travel, and I realized like, oh my god, this is scary, but at the same time it feels good knowing that you can just go somewhere, be yourself, and that's just life. That's just how it is. Even at home, I was still doing the same thing. I was still going to restaurants and, you know, cinema and all this lot. I was just like, yeah, I really enjoy my me time. So it brought out a lot of questions about which friendships were valuable, which ones weren't, even just relationships, family, everything. I was just looking at everyone and just thinking, right, things have got to change, you know, something's got to give. Otherwise, I feel like for a long time I was giving too much of myself. I was always being this positivity princess, like, no, everything's gonna be fine. But deep inside I'm thinking, oh gosh, oh dear, like what now? And I feel like I spent a lot of my life even from childhood trying to fix everyone and trying to help everyone. But when it came to me, I always ignored myself, and I felt, I don't know, it's almost like you isolate yourself in order for others to be okay. And I've learned in the long run that that's not okay. It's not a good thing to do. You're like, oh, she's always there for other people, she's always there for, that stop doing that. Like, just stop. Because not completely, but make sure that when you're doing it, you're in a good space yourself. And one thing I needed was people to talk to about the real things, like real conversations about the moments when you feel low and you just don't know which way to turn. Like, you pray and you meditate. We all have our little ways of like getting back on track, or you take some time off. For me, travel was a great sort of release. It was something that I could do knowing that, okay, I'm just going to relax and not do anything. And literally, when I'm on holiday, don't ask me to organize things over there. Well, unless it's a little yacht trip, you know, we're going somewhere, we're doing something different, like just enjoying life. We're not going there to like do activities and all this nonsense. We're not doing that. If you want to travel with me and you want to do it, you go on ahead and do it, but I'm not doing it with you. I'm chilling. I'm emptying my thoughts and emptying my kind of, you know, that feeling of just being heavy. And now that we can't travel, I wouldn't say, oh, I miss it so much and now I don't have any outlet, I don't have anything to do. I feel like I've learned how to be self-sufficient, and I just wish everyone could have that too. I wish everyone could just look at themselves and say that, you know, you're actually enough. It's you don't, I'm not saying you don't need people, because that sounds bad. Like, we do need people around us, but when we're really alone, when you're in those moments where you're just like, it's just you, and sometimes you can't even talk to your friends, they're not there, they're busy, they've got lives, you know, everybody has life. But when you're on your own and you really start to think, even when if you're ill and you have to be alone, it's really just you. And I feel like everybody has to find power in that. You know, you have to be powerful within yourself in order to pull through sometimes. And it's the most like enlightening thing. It's just the most, I can't explain it. It's crazy. It's almost like it's almost like you're this little light for yourself, but you're able to light the way for others, if that makes sense. And sometimes I hope I'm that for other people. I hope I had to look at my toxic traits and think and start to fix those, because nobody hasn't got toxic traits. You could be the most lovely person, but every single human being on this planet has toxic traits, and we have to accept that there's always something that you can improve on. And that's what I wanted to improve on this year. I really had to just close off, and it was like starting over. It was like just being a new person. But I just hope everybody in this situation, I know it's weird and it's negative and it's lonely, but in that loneliness you're still powerful, you're still someone, you know. And this life is going to still happen, you know, but don't feel as if I know we need people, but at the same time, need yourself more. Be more about how you feel. When you feel something inside, you're able to give it to other people. You're able to just, you know, be able to kind of give that energy back, because you can't fake energy. And that's one thing, I'm very bad at faking my energy. I am terrible. I'm one of those people, you know how you have a friend and the friend has a friend, so they're okay like hanging out and stuff, and then they'll be like, oh, you like so and so, they're really cool, they're really funny, they're this, that and the other. I'm the friend that goes quiet. I'll sit, if my friend comes with a friend, I will go really quiet. I'll just be like, well, the energy is a little bit different, because I'm like that with you, but I'm not like that with everybody. And I like to think I'm a positive person, but at the same time there's certain things where I just think this is for me and this is for you, but it's not for everyone, you know. So I don't know, are you that type of person as well? Like, if you get in a situation, I don't like crowds. That's one thing I've learned about myself. I absolutely cannot stand crowds. I can't stand when things are too loud. Well, unless it's music, that's different, but when just situations are too loud, I can't handle it. I think this is like a childhood trauma, because my household was crazy and loud, so I think I just can't handle it. I just feel overwhelmed and I just want to leave and sit in a quiet corner, and everybody can carry on, but don't involve me. So the things I've learned about myself in the past year, and some moments were so hard, you know, even with motherhood, I had to just, there was so much to let go. And with, you know, relationships, there's so much to let go. It's just, it's a lot sometimes. But I want you to know that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Don't feel alone if you're alone. Am I making sense? I don't know. I wanted to tell people that it's okay to be you. You know, look at yourself, learn things, go through moments. That's another thing. Learn to feel your emotions. If you're really feeling sad, don't pretend to be happy. That's one thing I've told my friends. Like, we talk about real things. When they're having a breakdown, they tell me. When I'm having a breakdown, I tell them, like, honey, shit ain't, you know, things ain't right. Like, stuff just isn't right. Sorry I'm cussing so much in this video, but I just have to let it out. So I just want you to know that you're okay being who you are. And the most important thing is to learn who you are and fix the little bits that maybe even you feel. There are times where you feel like, oh, I did such a crappy thing, or I did this and I did that and I shouldn't have done that. And you just fix it. But don't talk yourself down so much that you get to a point where you can't even get out of it. There's no point going over something that you've done wrong so much and then not being able to kind of get back to yourself. Always give yourself the opportunity to get back to yourself. And I hope you take this to work, your relationships, your everything, every single connection you make in this world. Be authentically you. Be open to who you are, and don't let anyone make you feel like who you are is too much. I could go into so much. There's so much about love language. There's some people who will not understand your love language, and they will make you feel like you're not lovable for the rest of your life, and you'll be thinking, I need to change, I need to change, I need to change. But that's not it. You already are, and you need to look at that and say, this energy isn't right for me. There's some energies that just aren't right for you. Whether that person, you can meet the nicest man, the nicest woman, the best, like, creme de la creme, and they'll still be wrong for you. Honestly, they'll still be wrong for you. People will be like, oh, but he's so nice, or she's so nice. It's like, yeah, she's nice, but she ain't for me. He's not the one. This isn't it, you know, because your energy will constantly shift. And in that shifting, that's where people think, oh, she's changed, or he's changed and he's become this, he's become that. Your energies just don't match. And trust me, when I'm talking about energy, I mean it. So just, I don't know why I made this video, but I hope it helps you during this time to really be selfish in order to be selfless, because that's just really what life is. You just have to be who you are, fix your little toxicities and little, you know, we all have those traits. Everybody has them, even the gurus that we look up to, you know. That's why I kind of stopped looking up to gurus. I was like, you're just human at the end of the day. So even me, don't look up to me too much, you know. Some people are like, oh, he's such an inspiration. I'm like, girl, I'm crazy. Girl, I am crazy. You know, but don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just a human being, and I will make mistakes, and you know, I'm human. Let me be, man. Hey, do your own thing. Leave me alone. No, but just this video is just about, I hope you're feeling okay within yourself first, you know, within yourself, and then you'll be able to give out that energy. But I'm rambling on now. That's 15 minutes, nearly 15 minutes of talking, and I'll leave it there. I just thought I'll come and show you that, first of all, black girls do tan. And my job today is to clean the pool. I did this video kind of like procrastinating to do the work outside, but I have to do it now. And now the next video, even worse, tan lines. Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys are good. Look after yourselves, look after each other. Don't go out seeing your side piece. Don't do it. Stay at home. Be safe. Boris told us, go home. Don't go home. Stay safe. Madness. But anyway, I'll leave it there, and look after yourselves. And genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, love you guys, and I'll speak to you in the next video. I'm off to go and clean the pool. Mwah.